Hi, everybody. We are going to start week 4 off learning about simple interest. And just like the title suggests, it is very simple. There are 4 parts to this: interest, simple interest, principal, and rate of interest. We're going to go through and discuss each part of the formula. So this formula that you see here, I equals P times R times T, you've probably heard that before in your mathematics career. And we're going to go through very quickly what all of those parts mean. So whenever you borrow money for a bank or you put money into a bank, there's something called interest that accrues, and it gets paid over time. Simple interest is when you take the principal or the money that you start with in your account or that what you borrow. That's the start of the money. That's the first part. Okay. Time is how long you're going to borrow or how long you're going to have that money in the account. The rate is how they're going to figure out how much money they're going to tack onto the price or you're going to get added to your account. And that's usually given to you in a percent. And for this formula, that percent needs to be changed to a decimal. So let's try a problem. To buy a car, Jessica borrowed $15,000 for 3 years at an annual simple interest rate of 9%. How much interest will she pay if she pays the entire loan off at the end of the 3rd year? What is the total amount that she will repay? So there's 2 parts to the question here. We want to know how much interest she paid and then what the total she paid is. Okay, so she's got a principal of $15,000. She's going to pay for that in 3 years with a rate of 9% interest. So we're going to find the interest using I equals P times R times T. The principal was $15,000. The rate was 9. So 9% has to get changed to that decimal 0.09 multiplied by the time, which is 3 years. And when we solve that, we get $4,050. So $4,050 is the extra money that she's going to pay in interest. What's the total amount she's going to pay? To find the total amount, you have to take the principal and add it to the interest, and that's going to give you the new amount. So 15,000 times 4,050 or plus 4,050 gives us 19,050. Jessica will repay a total of 19,050 on her car loan. Nancy invested $6,000 in a bond at a yearly rate of 3%. She earned $450 in interest. How long was the money invested? Okay, so now we're looking for the T. They gave us how much she got, they gave us the principal, and they gave us the rate. We're trying to find how much time there was. So we're going to plug in what we know. So the interest that Nancy earned on her investment was $450. Her principal was $6,000. The rate was 3%, which we convert to 0.03. We don't know the T or the time. So we're going to start by multiplying 6,000 times 0.03, and that's where they got 180. So now we're left with 450 equals 180 T. We divide both sides by 180, and we get 2.5 T. The money was invested for 2.5 years, or 2 years and 6 months. John's parents deposited $1,000 into a savings account as a college fund when he was born. How much will John have in this account after 18 years with a simple interest rate of 3.25%? So we're going to plug all the pieces that we know into the formula. Our principal is 1,000. Our percent is 3.25%, so we convert that to a decimal. Our time is 18. When we multiply those 3 numbers together, we get 585. So now that's not the total, that's just the interest that he got. To find the total, we take the principal, which was $1,000, the interest that we calculated, which was $585, and we add them together. So after 18 years, he has $1,585 in his account. Mr. Johnson borrowed $8,000 for 4 years to make home improvements. If he repaid a total of $10,320, what interest rate did he borrow the money? So now we are looking for the rate. First, we need to find out what the interest was. So he borrowed 10,000 or 8,000, but he repaid 10,000. So this 10,320 represents the total amount with the interest and the principal. So the principal is 8,000, they told us that. The total amount was 10,320. To find the interest, you have to subtract them, and that's how we know that he paid that amount in interest. So now we're going to use those numbers and substitute back into the formula for R. The interest was 2,320. The principal was 8,000. We divide and we get 0.0725. But remember, that's a decimal that we need to turn back into a percent. So that's where they got 7.25% or 7.14%. Okay, so now you're going to try. Here's the first one. A bank is offering 2.5% simple interest on a savings account. If you deposit $5,000, how much interest will you earn in 1 year? Joshua borrowed $1,000 from his friend and paid him back $1,050 in 6 months. What simple annual interest did Joshua pay his friend?